What's up, team? A simple thing you can do, that you can employ as you're training, is go for the small victories. A PR, personal record, doesn't have to be a monumentous amount of weight pulled or lifted or cleaned. It doesn't have to be a faster mile time. It doesn't have to be a 10-pound weight loss. It can be a single rep. It can be a quarter pound. It can be showing up for a third day in a week instead of 2. It can be a third bottle of water instead of 2. It can be getting 8 hours of sleep instead of 5. It can be eating a bit more steak and a bit less bread. It can be eating one less piece of pizza. It can be saying no to candy for a day and instead going for a carrot. See what I'm saying? Small victories are going to be what gets you to the point that you're trying to get to, because fitness and health, especially if you're starting from way down here, you're in a hole, you're overweight, you don't like the way you look, which in turn, you don't like the way you feel, etc. You're starting at a deficit already, and you've got this huge mountain to climb, and you've got unending impedance coming at you in your brain, your eyes, your ears, through social media, feeling like you're not good enough, you're inadequate, you don't look the part, you're not fit enough, you don't have a six-pack, you don't have bulging muscles, you're not sexy. Forget all that, just for a minute, okay? Actually, forget it all, forever. That's not real. Even I felt like that before. Maybe I'm not fit enough. Maybe I'm not jacked enough. People don't, they're not banging down my door because I'm not a sexy guy with an 8-pack. I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't have trophies. You don't have breast implants and Botox and tattoos and a 20-inch waist. You don't have a voluminous, perfect peach. You don't have the beautiful workout outfits. We don't have Lamborghinis, okay? That's not us. Small victories. Big mountain. One step at a time. I always tell my clients, I've said this for years, if you enter a competition, and the competition is you, no one else, and you lift 40-pound dumbbells in a deadlift for the first time ever, and you do 4 reps. Next week, you do that again, and you do 5 reps, you just won. That's a victory. If you lose 1 pound, and then 2 pounds, and you start chipping away at it, and it's 3 pounds, isn't that much better than saying, I want to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds? That's a big goal. That's like saying that you want to make, I want to make $1 million. Let's make $50 first. Let's make $5. Would you rather make $5 every day than $50 once a month? Right? You can't find a dime on the ground outside walking around. You won't find money like that. That's why you heard the saying, find a penny, pick it up, all the day you'll have good luck. It's the same thing. Small wins. I found a penny. Cool. I lost a pound. Yes. I lifted half a pound more today than I did 2 days ago. Last week, I only did 4 push-ups regular, and then I did 1 on my knees. Today I did 5 push-ups regular, 2 on my knees. Yesterday I walked for 10 minutes. Today I walked for 12 minutes. Last week, I only did 1 out of 3 workouts, and I didn't even finish it. This week, I did 2 out of 3 workouts, and I finished 1 and halfway through the next. Following week, guess what? You did all 3 workouts. Maybe it took you longer than you thought, but you did all 3. That's the kind of wins that are going to get you to the end of this marathon, to the top of that mountain. It's a marathon. It's not a quick race. They're battles. You can't win the war, especially when you're starting in that deficit. You're starting from the bottom. The biggest factor that's going to impact the way you progress is your mindset and who's on your team. Who's in your corner? What support do you have? And if the people around you don't support your goals, if they're not on board with your new diet, if they want to go drink beer and do drugs, stay up late, those people aren't your friend. Out of love, decline the invitation to go do those things and say, I'm working on me right now. Go disappear for 3 months. Start putting all these things into practice. Make a bunch of small victories. Go back in 3 months and they're going to have their mind blown. Who are you? What happened to you? What have you been doing? Start saying these things. I've heard it. It happens. And then you'll realize that those things that you used to do, that was keeping you there at the bottom of the mountain. We don't want that. We don't want to be there anymore. Change. We're going to change. Change, discomfort, transformation. Okay? Small steps, small victories, small habits. Roll a rock down a snow-covered hill to turn into an avalanche. Picks up more snow, more speed, more momentum. Same thing in life. Same thing in this fitness game. Same thing. Just keep going. I shared a video the other day of myself deadlifting 405 pounds. Poorly, I might add. I barely moved the damn thing. And I got an unending wave of criticism for posting that video on YouTube by all the experts and haters. And I'm used to it. I'm used to that. I spent my whole life kind of rejected. My youth, my childhood as an only child. Spent a lot of time studying, seeing what I could get away with, because people really don't pay attention. So there's a lack of empathy out there that's growing, which I've seen it. There's no, people don't give any grace to anybody else. You didn't lift enough. Well, a pound is enough. You only lost 1 pound. Yeah, 1 pound closer. Buildings are built brick by brick, not walls at a time. Solid foundation. I might not deadlift 405 pounds right now, but I'm going to get there again. Step by step, session by session, week by week. Long term. All those friends partying, drinking, watching TV, eating junk, not taking care of themselves, not sleeping, not drinking water, not doing all that stuff that you used to do, or they're doing that stuff that you used to do that you don't do anymore. That's called, they have what's called low recency. Recency is the ability to put something off for the short term to reach something that is long term. That's what this is. It's also called discipline. And it's something that a lot of people lack. They lack discipline, empathy, grace, politeness. Why couldn't I just get 10 comments on my YouTube channel that, hey, congratulations for pulling 405 pounds off the ground. It's a quarter ton. No. A couple thumbs ups, lots of thumbs downs, a couple bad comments. I just delete them all. Like, we got no time for that. It's so easy to say, good job. Why is it so hard though? I don't know. I just don't know. All the experts out there, you know, armchair experts is what they're called. We just gotta ignore them. You gotta ignore those people. Just politely decline to your friends, politely decline to those people. We don't want that energy. Sorry, I have goals. Beer is not conducive to me getting healthy. I don't smoke anymore. No thanks. You do you. And if they don't bring anything to the table, let them go. I had a lot of conversations this month and this week actually about letting stuff go. And there's a grief therapist that I follow on Instagram, Gina Moffa. She got a book deal recently. Congratulations to her. She's doing big stuff. That's great. And she shared something about how she was driving over the George Washington Bridge, about how a door closes and another one can open. And in the same context, above the bridge were thunderclouds, gray skies. And when the skies part, the sun comes down. We got a similar message at church last week about moving on to your next glory. And that you can't receive what God has in store for you until you get rid of all the other things that no longer serve you. The return was a men's retreat I went to where we learned valuable lessons like this. And essentially we had conversations with each other and the other men about mostly life. I'm not going to get too far into that, but you leave it there. We left things there. The metaphor was that you have a lot of soccer balls. That's baggage. Physical, emotional, spiritual baggage. If you're holding too many soccer balls, and people keep giving you more soccer balls, beer, parties, drugs, sex, debt, negativity, bad energy. How many soccer balls are you trying to hold? And then God comes along and says, hey, we're not playing that game anymore. Here, use this soccer ball. You know, he gives you the golden soccer ball. But you gotta take it. The only way to take it is to get rid of all the other soccer balls. Same thing with the door. And Gina was saying, the door closes, the other one opens. And if that door, with those people, those habits, whatever that closes, it's because that's either the wrong door or another door is going to open for you, but you have to step through it. God could lay out a plan for you in writing, and if you don't do it, it won't work. So you have to be willing to make the change. You have to make the sacrifice, including but not limited to giving up all those things, and maybe even in some cases letting those people go. That's just life. If you want to move on, sometimes you have to move on and move past certain situations. You have to move past the past. You might have to move past people. That's okay. They're not on your journey. They're not you. You do you. Let those people be haters. And if the universe starts hating on you, people start being negative, people are capping on you, they don't like what you're doing, let them go. Get rid of it. Throw them in the fire. Let them wallow in their sorrow. It means you're doing something right. Because the dark forces in the world don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to embrace what you deserve. They don't want you to know that you are good enough and that you deserve everything that you desire. That's how you know God's real, because there's so much evil, hatred, disgust, negativity in the world that we've seen it. It's all over the TV, the news, Twitter. There's got to be something opposing out there, like us. That flag over there with the cross on it. That goodness, we have to uphold that. I say we like you're gonna join me, but I don't care if you join me or Jim Firebrand or not. People I'm helping right now are the ones who matter. I would love for you to join us. Let's get real. But we need stronger people, and we have to rise above those bad negative habits that keep us low. That's why humanity is in the state that it's in. We need to close those doors. Part the clouds. Let the sun come down. Drop those soccer balls. You gotta reach out and you gotta take it. That's my logo. It's the fire. It's the flame. It's the flame of Prometheus. It's the fire of enlightenment. He stole it from the gods and gave it to mankind. Here, this is the way. This is the way. That's what it means. That's what the flame is. That's why I pass on. My drive. That's why I keep doing this. I couldn't stop doing this if I wanted to. It's helped too many people. Okay, well, I ranted a little bit longer than I wanted, but I hope this helps somebody. You're good enough, okay? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And if you need help with your fitness or your health or your psychology, not a shrink, but pretty smart guy, I think, pretty wise. I've been through a lot. You need help with any of that stuff, struggle with anxiety or addiction, I've been there too. Bad habits, 11 years at this game. I got you. We got a team. You can join us, jimfirebrand.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on Instagram. I post there a lot. Maybe on Facebook. Join us in the app. You can get a free 14-day trial. Start today. I'm in there. The team's in there. Access to the chats, the lessons, the PDFs, the workouts, the nutrition. Got you. Okay? If you want to do a self-paced program, I got those too. If you want to do one-on-one coaching with me, we can start that as well. You can customize it. We'll figure out what the problem is and we'll take care of it. Start today. We'll write the next chapter in your Odyssey. Alright guys. Stay healthy.